Hey, guys. How is everybody? We're obviously going to wait until we get a few people in here. I'm only seeing 2 right this second. And yes, I know it's just a pop-up. But I had some questions and I wanted to get some answers. Not sure if anybody can. Hello, Miss ICU. How are you this morning, hon? Hope all is good. I hope you're good this morning. Like I want to wait a few minutes, guys, to let some people get in here, but I'm curious. Nobody has said anything about Grandus being on that. I mean, I know she wasn't technically on panel the other night, but her voice was. She's obviously on 110 Ben Hill. I'm doing great, honey. Thank you. Good morning. How are you, Pat? I hope you ladies are doing great this morning. I hope everybody's doing great. But like I was saying, I have not seen anybody do any videos to the effect that Grandus is back up on the hill, that she has come back to Tennessee. Nothing. And that surprises me. Usually people jump straight on stuff like that. And with Candace going on panel, on channels, remember the last time that happened, guys? That normally didn't happen until after Dawn went to jail. So with Candace getting on panel and talking, I wonder where Dawn's at. Does anybody have a clue? Because you see, Candace made a statement that was a little bit weird the other day on Cow Lady's panel. She said that she knew she could probably, this is paraphrasing, guys, she knew she could probably get in trouble for going on YouTube, but basically that she didn't care if she got in trouble. She was going to continue to go on YouTube and get Summer's name out there. But why didn't she say, we are not supposed to go on panel, or we're going to continue to be on panel? She didn't include Dawn in that comment. I think it's just the way she speaks, or, you know, is he really not in the area? Is there something wrong with my chat? Because I'm not seeing any comments. I see you. What do you think? Do you think Don's still in town? Or did he leave again? I've not heard anything about him leaving town. I don't know what's up with my chat. My chat's froze, guys. If you're chatting, I can't see it. What did y'all think about Candace's little speech on Crime Critters Crazy Something channel the other night? Do you think she's come around and has decided to do what's right, or? Oh, crap. I don't know what's wrong with my comments. There we go. Now they're showing up. Good morning, Nancy. How are you? Yeah, it is too quiet. That's what I was thinking, that maybe he's out of town. Or somewhere anyways. Because for one, Candace doesn't go up on panels when he's around. We all know that or what I think anyways, my opinion is he doesn't allow her to go on panel. He doesn't want her talking. He controlled her the first time around until he went to jail. And then as soon as he came out of jail, she wasn't allowed to go back up on panel again. You think he might be back in Arkansas? See, that's another thing I wanted to ask about, was because, see, Don told me on his way back from Arkansas, he said he had been at Margie's house visiting with her and the kids. I've talked about that before. But he had been staying with her. But now, from what I can understand, when Margie did that interview with a white boy's girlfriend or whatever it was, she made the statement that they hadn't seen Don in a few years, I believe. Yeah, he does always shut her down. I think that is a very toxic relationship. And I don't care what people think. I personally believe that Candace is on the shitty end of that relationship. Don's too manipulative, too conniving, you name it. He makes people believe that he's this loving, good guy, blah, blah, blah. But in the background, I think there's more going on. Kathy, the friend, has came out with her own channel. Have you guys heard that? Hello, Shalima. Good to see you, sweetheart. I haven't heard from you in a while. I meant to watch Kathy's first live stream last night, but I fell asleep and didn't get to. Did anybody else watch it? Yes, sister, what? Oh, yeah, he just does shut her down if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I believe that 100%. But I just thought I would get on here and chit chat with you guys for a little bit. Remind you that later today, the video announcing the big scavenger hunt that I'm going to be having, guys, is going to be coming out. I hope everybody participates. I really do. And I am working on the prize. I'm trying to make it a really good, worthwhile prize, guys. She pretty much admitted the safe was taken, meaning investigating Dawn and Candace. Really? I know. I put out everything that she said the other day. I cut everything out except her and chasing truth. I'm sorry, folks. I just couldn't deal with the rest of that conversation, the other side of that conversation. Whether Candace is guilty or innocent, whether she is mentally delayed, and criticize me if you want for saying that. I mean, geez. But whether she is or whether she isn't, I do not believe people should or have the right to talk down to her. To me, that's just what it was like they were speaking to an 8-year-old little kid, praising her for the good she had done, telling her it's going to be okay. That drove me nuts. She is a damn grown woman. Speak to her as such. I mean, you can have compassion in your voice without talking down to somebody, talking to them like they're, either a little bitty kid or they're mentally disabled. She spoke out on it anyway. Some said it wasn't true. How about one of your adult coloring books as a prize? I'm going to do that, honey. Yeah, that would be great too. I'm thinking, please do not get hopes up, okay? Because like I said, I'm still working on it. What I'm actually working on for the grand prize would be a 2-night stay in a motel in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, with a dinner to go with it at one of the local restaurants. That's what I'm trying to work on. But Stitching said that she was going to donate one of her purple bears that she does. She makes purple bears, and she's going to donate one of those for the prize also. Wait till you see Kathy's video. She says the same thing. I've spoke with Kathy a few times. Trust me. I know what she thinks and how she feels. Honey, I want to pull my hair out too. I promise you I do, over this whole stupid thing. People are forgetting what it's about, and it's about summer, not about this freak show that's out here on YouTube. No matter, and I don't bash other people, I don't bash other creators, but no matter whether it's creators, the subs, the viewers, the mods, the people that are jumping from channel to channel, because I literally have been sitting and watching. I see people going in this chat over here and saying one thing, and then going in the exact same, like that creator's talking about somebody else, and they'll go in that other person's chat and talk bad about the other person. That's ridiculous. I can't stand people who are two-faced. Cheers, chat on my phone, so I may be quieter than usual. Oh, well, we're just glad you're here, Alpaca Maid. But guys, I'm trying to fix the scavenger hunt where there will be 2 options during the week, and you only have to do one of them. If there's for some reason you can't do one thing, then you'll be able to do the other one later on in the week. And as long as you take a picture showing yourself along with whatever it is I'm telling you to find, then you qualify. You get it, send it in to me by email, like by the following week. I'll explain all that later. And then in the end, we'll put all the names that did qualify, that got all the items, on a spin wheel, and we'll spin it to choose the true winner. And like I said, please do not get your hopes up, but I'm working on it being a 2-night stay. Did I say the 2-night stay in a motel in Pigeon Forge would be the 14th and the 15th of June, when a lot of people want to be in Tennessee to begin with? And Pigeon Forge is just a little over an hour away from Rogersville. Good morning, Nana of 3. But guys, it's a way for people to get out there, do something, get out of the house. You don't have to get off your phone, but most of the items, like 89% of the items that I'm going to have you looking for, you will not be able to find on Google, YouTube, or anything. It's going to have to be a physical, you have to find this and take a picture of you holding it, or you're beside it, or whatever. There's a couple of things you can do online, but not many. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And the few people that I've told about it, they're excited about it. They've all bowed out. They will not. There's 3 people who I've discussed this with, and they have all 3 bowed out, so they will not be participating. They might participate, but they will not be winners. I couldn't listen to Miss Daisy and the others on her channel the other night. The way they were talking with Candace was sickening. She just trying to get Candace to confess. I don't care whether you can't sit and belittle somebody and talk to them like they're an 8-year-old and expect them to have respect for you. If I can't be me, then I don't even want to talk to somebody. I don't believe in being a fake person. I don't. I'm sorry. Please remember to show Nana your appreciation by giving her a big old thumbs up. Thank you, Alpaca Mate. I appreciate that. And I do. I really do appreciate that. Not, by the way, guys, I'm going to throw this out there, and I am not asking for donations or anything like that. I'm not. But if anybody chooses to give me a super chat or a super thanks, whatever the thing is, please, please just put it on my Cash App card instead of that, because YouTube gets like 40% of everything that you send in through those Cash Apps. And I mean, not through the Cash Apps, through the super chats and stuff, but the Cash App, 100% of whatever you give goes on it. See, that's why I like you so much. Well, thank you, sweetheart. But yes, I would absolutely. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I could do I'll do a bigger coloring book as one of the prizes also. See if we can't do one with like 40 pages in it or something. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot we can do except keep saying that she disappeared on the June 21st or June 15th, 2021. And, this is what she was wearing. This is how big she was at the time, which obviously she has grown. It's been almost 2 years, guys. And there's no way that she still looks the same way. So, to me, the only other way to help try to get her picture, her story, all that out is to keep her name in people's minds. And this scavenger hunt is going to consist. Hang on one second. That's discovering. Hang on one second. Sorry, guys. I had just called her right before I started the live to tell her and she was calling me back because she didn't answer. Hello, Bob. How are you? Anyways, what I was saying is that the scavenger hunt is going to be dealing with Summer's case. So the things that you're going to be going and finding are all going to be connected to that case in one way or another. And so, I mean, I don't want to talk too much and give too much out because the hints or the items will be given out twice a week. And the reason I'm doing that, guys, is so if you can't do one, if there's one item over here that you cannot do, like you can't locate a building because that building doesn't exist in your town, then there will be another one later on in the week that you can pick from. And you can do one or the other as long as you send me one picture per week of one of the items. Hi, Crazy Chicken Lady. Hello, Crazy Chicken Lady. Candace will never confess. Her freedom is on the line. That's true. Even if she's not guilty of actually physically doing anything, if she knows about it and she's known about it all this time, her freedom is on the line. I'm glad to see everybody in here. Since how there's more people in here now than when I actually started, has anybody heard where Don Wells is at? He's evidently missing in action, or else Candace wouldn't be going up on panel. I'm here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Yes, we are, Miss Discovering. Hello, Blackwing. How are you today? Hi, Nana. I can't type in too much pain. Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Wanted to say I'm by your side. I love and respect you. I'm going to be listening till the end. Much love to you and everyone else here. Love and light. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I'm so glad that you at least popped in and said hello, honey. And if you can only listen, that's fine. Good morning, everyone. Hope all is well with everyone today. Hello, I'm bitching. or I'm a bitch. Maybe work. Yeah, somebody said he might be back in Arkansas. But then that also, Don got gone. There you go. He just got gone. He told me, I'm going to say this again. He told me on his way back from Arkansas that day when I talked with him that he had been at his daughter Margie's house visiting with her and the kids. Like I said, I've got questions about that too. But when Margie did her interview with whoever it was, I can't remember the lady's name, white boy's girlfriend or wife or whatever. If I was told that she said that she hasn't seen Don in a couple of years. So once again, is he lying? Haha, I like that name. I think better. I'm bitching. I'm that bitching. Okay. Sorry, I get names mixed up sometimes. I keep thinking when I see your name, I think of stitching and bitching for some reason. I don't know why. I'm sorry you're in pain. Yes, I hope you feel better soon. We'll be praying for you too, sweetheart. I want you to know that, Blackwing. Oh, you can tell when Don is lying when his mouth opens? Yes. I agree. Yes, I'm that bitchin' mama bear. Okay. Oh, Lord. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to get your name wrong, sweetheart. I promise. I was bored, and like I said, I had those questions, and I thought, well, hey, I'll jump on here, and I am literally working on the video that's going to announce the scavenger hunt, Nana's scavenger hunt. You guys got to be watching for it. But throughout the next, it's 10 or 13 weeks, I can't remember exactly, but there'll be 2 videos come out, 2 hints come out in different videos during the week. The week will be running from Wednesday till Tuesdays. From Wednesday one week till Tuesday the following week. And then you will have until the following Monday to email in the pictures that you take. I'm glad you didn't take offense to it, sweetheart. But anyways, I hope everybody enjoys it. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do it for members only or not to actually qualify. The only reason I would be doing that is to try to cut down a little bit on how many emails I'm going to be getting. But I do want everybody to participate. And you're more than welcome to send in the emails if you participate and you're not, like if you're in the UK, there's no way that I could afford to fly somebody to the United States. So, I'm just trying to work on getting the motel room and at least one dinner set up for whoever comes to stay in the motel room on the 14th and the 15th of June. But I think that even if I do the members only, my membership is only $1.99, and that would be membership for 3 months. That's $6. And if you have a chance to win a 2-night stay in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee with a free dinner, I don't think that's too bad for $6. People spend more than that on the lottery tickets every week. Right? Am I crazy? So discovering, you always know everything. So do you know where Dawn is at? And did you know that Grandus was back home? Alpaca Maid, did you know either one of those? Before she started screaming and yelling in the background the other day. I had no clue she was home. And what about that? Killer Looks put out a video and they got him for cyberbullying and took his video down until he can fight and get it back up. Isn't that a crock of crap? That's okay, guys. For the people who didn't get to see his video, and he knows I did this, I historically put it up on my channel so that historically there is a person by that name, not the person. And I make that clear that we're not talking about the DLW. We're talking about an ADLW who was a notorious bank robber, like Jesse James. Thank you. I'm just a little over an hour from Pigeon Forge. Are you really? Well, see, it wouldn't be too hard for you to win then. I mean, if you were to win, it wouldn't be too hard for you to get over here. No, I haven't checked on Dawn lately and didn't know Grandus was back either. Yeah, I didn't either. Who's pretty enough to do that? That's BS. Who's petty enough to do that? That's BS. I knew she was there due to Candace's heart evaluation. And I don't know everything. I just pretend. Oh, you can't say that, Discovering. You're supposed to keep up the facade. You do know everything. And you triple check everything. That's awesome, German Shepherd. I'm probably 40 minutes from Pigeon Forge. And whoever won, I thought about, offering to go and have coffee with them or something, just so I could meet them. Wasn't Grandus in the background on Daisy's panel the other night? I did. Yes, she was. That's what I was talking about. Until that happened, I had no clue that she was back in Tennessee. I agree, honey. Typing on the phone is aggravating. To me, typing, period's aggravating. I would much rather just have, speech to text any day. Like McDonald's checking 3 times. Huh? Did I miss something, darling? Hello, Brian. How are you? Wondering Hearts. Hello, hon. Don was upset the searchers trampled on his. Yeah, he probably was. What a picture, dude. What a picture. Are you trying to catch the ladies with that? I got to admit, that's an awesome picture. Hello, Truly. How are you today, hon? Yeah, Grandus was raising hell, wasn't she? She was going off about PG, talking about Rose. I agree 100% about that. But it surprised me. And what's really surprised me is, like I said, most people jump on stuff like that, and nobody has made a video about it. Nobody said anything about her being back in town. I heard a rumor the other day, and as of right now, since I'm still researching, has anybody heard that Robin has a missing sister? No. When did you find that out? You're welcome, sweetheart. Hey, some of us are married, LOL. Yeah, Brian, some of us are married. I'm not, but, I don't like to speak text. It don't say the words I want it to say spelled out. And you said check-in work. I was making it. Oh, yeah, okay. When we worked there, we had to check 3 times on everything. Yeah, true. They spoke about that the other day, I do believe. I didn't hear anything about it. And German Shepherd Mom says she hasn't heard about it either. I've never heard about Robin having a missing sister. Some of us want to be married. Well, yeah, some of us, but not all of us are. So we can still look at the candy. I applaud Candy here for giving everyone what for, Ria Rose. Yes. A few days ago, I heard she went missing in Florida, but I'm not sure it's really true yet. I've got to research it more. Huh. Hello, Gemma. How are you, darling? Not seen you in a while either. You don't want to be married, ever. Never again for this chick. I meant don't. I don't want to be married ever again. Okay. I believe it was Daisy's, on Daisy's channel. I may be wrong about channel, or it was Kathy. It might be Kathy's channel. Did you watch that? I'm that bitch. Did you watch Kathy's live stream? Bob G, I'll get to your message in just 1 second. Trust me, I love that. Even if you're married, you can't ease the menu. You just can't place an order. Oh, you can, yeah, you can look at the menu. You just can't place an order. I like my freedom too much. Bob says, I'm looking for a wife if anybody's interested. It's Farmville. It was Farmville. I do believe it was Kathy, and yes, ma'am, I did. Oh, I've got to go and watch it. She put one out this morning, too. Y'all know that? You found Robin's ex-husband in Florida? Crazy Chicken Lady says, do you like chickens, Bob? It's Kathy the friend, and it's all together. There's no spaces. Just Kathy the friend. Bob says he likes chickens. Maybe we're going to have us a match made in heaven on here, guys. Or should I say made in YouTube. You two need to hook up. Start chatting. No, I hadn't seen it. I was talking with Boss Lady about these people and their issues here. Ah. Oh, yeah. Did you see where Robin of the SDA church took out her 401k to renovate Dawn and Candace's house? Yes, I've heard a lot about that. And just to be honest, what I've heard was she only took out $8,000 to spend on their house. Which, I mean, $8,000 is quite a bit. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, but she didn't spend the whole thing on it. I know a joke about chickens, but it's probably not appropriate for chat. Well, go ahead. We'll try it. Nana, I still say it has to do with people that baby knew. To certain people. And I'll believe it till I die. Right? I do too, hon. I don't know if we're talking about the same ones, but one specific one I know for sure. Or I think for sure, should I say. Yeah, we're going to have to start watching what we say or we're going to get charged with cyberbullying. Tell it, Discovering. We all need a good laugh this morning. Darlene says, yes, Bob, how old or young are you? I can't even talk this morning. Give it up, Bob. Hello, Amy Luhu. How are you, darling? You believe it too? Amy, really? I mean, I'm not scolding you. I can't believe that you. walked across the street. What's the difference in a rooster and a whore? Yes, ma'am, 99.99999%. Nana 3, she says she flip-flops. I do to an extent, but not for the best. I mean, not the whole thing. I just flip-flop on what may have actually happened to the baby. I've said from the day one what I thought, who it was. Are you good, sweetheart? Bob is 49, ladies. For anybody interested in knowing, he is 49 years young. Oh, shit, I need bond money then. Yeah, me too. I just got that. I was trying to figure out what you were talking about. Yeah, I'm probably going to have some too. Gemma wants to know what state you're in, Bob. I think he lives in Florida. Rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo, and a horse says any cock-will-do. You're going to get me in trouble, Discovering. Lily Eve says that's her age range, Bob. Amy Lou Who says, Bob, we need to start a YouTube version of Tinder. Yeah, I tell you what we can do. We can take it over to Nana's place, and we'll just start the Tinder in Nana's place. We'll do some matchups in there. Get us some traffic flowing. I'm in Citrus County, Florida. I knew he was in Florida. I don't know why, but I knew he was. Discovering I'm rolling dead AF. I won't say that word. I mean, I have said that word. I just won't say it on here. Hell yeah. That's what we can do with Nana's place. I've been trying to figure out what to do with that channel. Oh, Gemma says you're too far away, Bob. You're going to have to look elsewhere. She's out of the running, ladies. Well, Bob, you got to pass a test first to make sure you're not a psycho. And Bob says we need a YouTube 90-day fiance. There you go. We'll just marry everybody off. You spend 90 days talking to them on YouTube, and then you got to get married. Right. My favorite show, 90 Day Fiance. Emma or Gemma, yeah, there you go. You can retire early in Florida with Bob. We need to do something with my channel, guys, that extra channel I've got. We got to do something fun with it. Good morning, Miss Dana Kay. Nana, you should get ordained so you can perform the ceremony. Hey, that's a thought. I could get ordained online. You would do it, Gemma? You would move down there? Are you dying over here? You're not late, Dana Kay. You come in just in the right time. Everybody's having a great day today. We're talking about creating a 90-day fiance on YouTube and me getting ordained so I can marry people. They can only talk to each other for 90 days on YouTube, and then they have to get married. What do you think of that, Dana Kay? I love listening to you this morning, but I've got to run to the post office. Have a blessed day. You too, Darlene. You have a wonderful day, sweetheart. She can. Awesome. Out of work. LOL, Nana's Chapel. Not me, but go for it. Well, Bob's looking for a wife, so that's what got it started. Actually, what got it started was there's a dude in here named Brian, and his profile picture is just, like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory kind of thing. And that's what actually got it started. You can't get married for another 4 years. Why? I would like a male companion because I do get lonely, but I don't need the ring or the papers. That way I don't have to worry about a divorce if it don't work out. There you go. Jim, I've never heard tell of somebody having a time limit on when they're allowed to get married. Even when you get divorced, some states it's 90 days, but what's this 4 years about? Is that the time left on your sentence where you're at? Oh, you would lose your Virginia benefits. Oh, okay. Bob, do you have a job, a car, own your home, have a good nest egg? We need to know because woman will want to know all this stuff. That's right. That's right, Bob. You got to come up with all the answers now. I would like a male I already read that one. I saw it. Only thing is he's going to catch a cold. Yes, he is. Good morning, Tennessee Blonde. How are you this morning? Social Security. Veterans benefits. Okay. There you go. That makes sense. Better than what I came up with, Gemma. We're going to the chapel and we're going to get married. We're going to the Chapel of Love. Address is 1234 Nana's Chapel Road, Lovers Lane, Hawaii. Maybe that's what I need to rename that channel, huh? Nana's Chapel. And we'll perform YouTube marriages in there. That way I wouldn't even have to worry about getting ordained. We'll just marry people that's on YouTube, and then when they split up, we won't have to worry about them having to pay for a divorce. Maybe it's a relationship like Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, because in their divorce, she couldn't date anybody for a while. Oh, really? I can't believe they put a stipulation on it like that. That's just wrong. Redecorating our living room and guest bathroom. Oh, well, I'm happy for you, hon. I hope you have fun. I'm glad you're here, though. I'm glad all of you are here. I'm actually in a pretty good mood today. My son has been out of work for over a week, and he has been here day in and day out. Maybe that's why I'm in such a good mood. He went to work today. I'll be cyber divorced for YouTube. Okay. Thank you. It's exhausting. Surely not. Surely you're enjoying doing it. I would love to do that. I watch so many redo channels and DIY channels and all kinds of, decorating stuff, how to make decorations. And I love that kind of stuff on YouTube. Has anybody seen the videos where they're saying that Brian Kohlberger has size 13 shoe? Now, I wonder how big that footprint was that was in front of that girl's door. Was it a size 13? Oh, talk about clickbait. Lord, I just saw somebody put out Brian Kohlberger just released. And I was like, what? I get so sick of being trapped in this house, just me and my boy. I know, honey. Trust me, I do too. Yeah, that's the problem with being married, Dana Kay. You always have to take into consideration what the shit they want. That's the one thing you can say about being single. You do not have to answer to nobody. You can do what the shit you want to do, when you want to do it, and the way you want to do it. As long as you don't live in the house with any of your kids. Yeah. I talk big, but, my son drives me nuts sometimes. I love him to death. He thinks he's taking care of Mom, but my little brother, well, not blood brother, has giantism disease, and he wears size 26 shoe. He's 7'3". Holy mother of cows. Yeah, I mean, do you think that footprint outside of that Dylan's room was a size 13 print? That's a great idea for a channel of DIY and shoot the shit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he wants it as cheap as possible. Most men do. Hello, Holly. How are you doing this morning, hon? Hi, Nana. I'm super late, but here, and I'll catch replay later. Honey, you're fine. I don't mind when people come in. I'm a viewer too, so I know what it's like to be scrolling and surfing through YouTube and say, oh, wow, so-and-so's on. Let me go check out the chat. And then you go in there sometimes and you see a bunch of people in there that you don't want to know that you're around, so you don't even bother chatting. He's made it to 24 years old now, so he's a blessing. Yes, one of my neighbors that I used to have in Sevierville, her son, he was only a year old at the time, but his name was David, and he had that same thing. My son drives me nuts too, and my love for him is all that keeps my little bit of sanity. I know, sweetheart. But at least there's a reason for your child driving you nuts. Mine just is living and breathing. He went out, he had his family, he divorced, and he moved back home to take care of Mama. And that's what he thinks he's doing. He doesn't realize he is driving me batty. When I was his age, all my kids are like that. But when I was their age, I was out doing things, connecting with people. I had friends. I was, my kids, they are hermits. They work, they come home, they watch YouTube. They work, they come home, they watch YouTube. That's it. That's all my kids do. He's living and breathing, yes. I mean, I don't mean that to sound bad, guys. And we're not talking about a little bitty kid here. My son is, I think he's somewhere around 38, somewhere in there, 37, 38. But he's a grown man. Go find a woman. Go find some friends. Go hang out somewhere else. Don't sit at the house 24/7, especially when you ain't working. Jeez. No sons here, but have 3 daughters. Oh, honey, I feel for you. Trust me. I love my daughter. I only had one birth daughter, and I love her with all my heart. And she is one of my best friends, and same for her. But when I was raising my kids, I would have took 10 boys compared to one girl. I mean, potty training and stuff like that, she was the easiest I had. But just day-to-day living and dealing with crap and kids, and I would take 10 boys to one girl. I promise. Fun fact, if my 3 sons would have been a girl, the name would have been Dana Kay. Oh, wow. Home safe place to be these days. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is true. And of course my grandkids are the same way, they're all almost half grown now. So, and they literally go to school or go to work and go home, watch YouTube. That's it. Of course, this is a whole different world than when I was that age. I lost my 35-year-old son 8 years ago. Would move heaven and earth to have him back. Have to wait to see him in heaven. I'm so sorry, Rebecca, and I wasn't meaning any kind of disrespect to anybody that's lost their child. Trust me, my kids are my world. I mean, and I include my grandkids in that. Um, I say he aggravates me, but the one thing I've always wanted more than anything else is to buy a big enough house to where I could move all of my kids and all their kids and spouses or whatever in to the same house. I would love that. I would just have to padlock the doors between them, so they couldn't fight and argue. Maybe he's depressed, Nana. Is this different than his base? No. Since he split up with the mother of his children, no. He's been like this ever since. No, it's not different. He is depressed, but it's just, I don't know. It's normal for him. This is the one, guys, that smells of a banana. He'll buy a banana when it's green and smell of it every day until the one day that it's ripe. And just that one day, it can be ripe and can be eaten. If it's one day past that day, it can't be eaten. My child is a little weird. Your girls were great. Well, maybe you had it lucky then. My daughter was a holy terror. At the age of 10, the doctors called her precocious. I mean, she was literally a holy terror. You sound like my mom before she passed. She even asked me if I was gay because I didn't date, but taking care of her and my son was a full-time job. I didn't have time to date. Well, like I said, I'm not trying to. I wouldn't know what to do if anything happened to any one of my kids or my grandkids, especially my grandkids. Those are my angels. Candace is probably laughing. She's not dumb at all. Right, she's not. Your son-in-laws are like your sons. Love them daily. Oh, well, I mean, you got to have good in-laws as far as, daughter-in-laws, son-in-laws. You have to be a good mother-in-law, or at least try to be. And then still they can be jerks and not be the best thing for your child. My granddaughter is a holy terror. I believe it, honey. Trust me, girls are holy terrors. So what they're saying, Nana, is that you're a full-time job? Yes. Yes. They are saying that. Seriously, I'm not joking, guys. My oldest son finally got, his trailer. We've been working on getting his trailer set up, and so they do the final inspection this coming Friday. And my job is to go over, help paint all the furniture for my granddaughter's bedroom, help decorate, get everything moved to her bedroom. My son informs me that, okay, Chase said that we're going to come pick you up. We're going to keep you for 2 days. Then you can go back home so that Curtis don't start having a fit. And then we'll come back and pick you back up for 2 more days. I mean, my kids pass me off like that. I'm not an invalid, guys. I promise you, I'm not. I am healthy. I get up, I move. There's nothing wrong with me. But my children act like I'm in a dang wheelchair and I'm decrepit and old and literally can't even feed myself. I don't know why. Apparently, I was a firecracker till I went to first grade. My poor mom. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was a good kid though. I don't know where my daughter got that from. Love your children while you have them. I lost mine 3.5 years ago to breast cancer. Raising her children now. Oh, I am so sorry, German Shepherd. I remember you telling us about that, hon. And I do love my kids with everything in me. If you guys haven't figured that out by the way I talk about my kids all the time, y'all know my phone can ring. If it's my kids, I'm sorry I'm putting y'all on hold. My kid comes first. Spread all over her body. What? Oh, the cancer spread all over her body. Okay. I got you. That's like my brother. I'm so sorry to hear that, babe. Oh, protective. That's great. Yeah, right. I don't know what you'd call it. I don't know if it's protective or what. I know it gets on my nerves. I'm a grown woman. I'm the one that raised you. I don't need y'all passing me off like I'm a little bitty kid or something. Hello to those just coming in, rebuilding Nana's link for phone. Sorry if I missed you. Oh, okay. Rebuilding Nana's link for phone. Okay, never mind. You're on the phone. I was a wild child and adult until I had my son, and I calmed down completely. He changed my life forever for the better. My one son-in-law was talking the phone with me at work. He got off the phone and someone asked who he was talking to. He said, my mother-in-law. They said, no way. You talk to your mother-in-law like that? Huh? Or you talk to your mother-in-law? Yes, I do live in Tennessee, sweetheart. Hello, my everyone. Well, I noticed that you're new here, and we are more than happy that you're here. Please feel welcome. This channel, basically, the slogan for this channel is, this is just as much your channel as it is mine. You're more than welcome to state your opinion, your thoughts, your theories. You're more than welcome to say, hey, Nana, drop that link so I can come up on panel because I've got something to say. If it weren't for you guys, this channel would not exist. So therefore, it belongs to Yuns just as much as it does me. So, South Knoxville. Oh, wow, hon. Is anyone following the Murdaugh trial? My son watches that every day. He's going down. I guarantee it. Yes, absolutely. Have a seat and enjoy. Wink. Wicked. It's Wicked, isn't it? Wicked Ink. Okay. So I'm assuming, a tattoo person. By the way, newcomers, we're all funny here. We're all funny. Okay. Anybody in the mood to get married? I need to find out how many people might be getting married here until before I even bother getting ordained. I haven't listened to any of it. From Kodak, but currently live in South Knox. South Knox. Okay, anyways, been following that case since the boat crash. I've been following it since Stephen passed. Discovering truth. My daughter nailed my feet to the floor as soon as I found out I was pregnant. You are a tattoo person. I figured it. You were. I think he hired someone to do it. I don't. I think Buster was involved in it, though. I really do think Buster was involved in it. So you're in Knoxville too, German Shepherd Mom? You're in South Knoxville too? So guys, tell me the truth. Do y'all think that this scavenger hunt's going to be fun or not? Are y'all going to participate? Are you thinking about participating? It's not going to be anything that's going to cost a whole lot of money. There's only a couple things in there that if you had to, you could buy them. But nothing where you have to spend money, nothing like that. Your oldest brother lives in Riceville. I'm just this side of Knoxville. You're sorry, Amy, for what? What did Amy say? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, babe. I missed that completely. Sorry about that. No, you don't have to live close. I mean, everybody can enjoy the scavenger hunt. And it's like I said, that if I can get the motel room thing, it's going to be the 14th and the 15th of June. So when most people, you know how everybody rushes up here for that vigil anyways. But even if you didn't want to go to the vigil, you would still have just 2 days in Pigeon Forge. And trust me, there's lots of stuff in Pigeon Forge you can do that doesn't cost $1 million. I'm glad. I hope everybody does it, even, for whatever reason you want to do it, because I believe it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Trust me, there's going to be a few of these things that, although they would not be hard to get to, they're going to be hard to find. I agree Buster was involved, but he has an alibi, so he might have hired someone. Same here. I remember leaving the hospital when I had my son thinking, I can't believe they're letting me walk out the door with this poor little baby. I never realized how much I would change. Okay, because I live in Louisiana right now. No, I mean, everything that I'm going to be asking you guys to find, you can find in your own neighborhoods and stuff. And possibly even your own house. And like I said, the things that I'm going to have you find is you find it, then you'll take a picture of yourself holding it or standing by it or whatever, and then you'll send that to me the following, after that week. And if you are the winner, there will be approximately 2-3 weeks before the 14th. So if you get to come, and stay in the motel, then you'll have plenty of time to make arrangements or whatever. Well, thank you and welcome, sweetheart. I mean, like I said, even for the people who there's no way possible, like that live in the UK or somewhere, then they can't, come over here to collect the prize or whatever. I can come up with alternative, smaller prizes, like I can ship to them or something. But if you can't participate to get the main prize, you can always just participate for the fun of it too. You're close enough to join. Where you at, sweetheart? My direct merch line. Thank you, Alpaca Made. Yeah, I have those Color Me merch on there right now. Thinking about changing it soon, though. Send them a money card if out of the country. Well, I don't know if I don't know. We'll see. Oh, you're in Greene County. You're over next to where my sister's at. So, did anybody believe anything that Candace had to say on that panel the other night when she was on Cal Lady's panel? No, I understand, Anna Kay. Yeah, It's just I'll explain it to you later. Amy Lou, who is in Hawkins County, for the ones who don't know. Yes. So, what do you know, Amy, about Candace? And is she straight again? I mean, is she still staying sober? Okay, sweetheart, you have a great day at work. So I've got to catch the end when I get done tonight. I also have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so it'll be after 6. Well, you have a great day, and I hope everything goes okay at the doctor, sweetheart. Oh, your daughter seems sweet, and I'm sure you're a great mom and very qualified by now. Alpaca made you. My brother moved to Tennessee after Mom died 7 years ago. Haven't spoken to him since then. Oh, I'm sorry, hun. Hello, Jenny. You missed that? Well, I played Candace's side of the conversation, hers and Chasing Truth. I played it on my channel. I just cut out everybody else that was on panel. I cut their conversation out. I couldn't handle how they were talking down to Candace. I'm sorry. Not just taking up for Candace, but it would be anybody. I know I would not want to be talked down to like that. Half Truths thinks she mixes facts with fiction. Candace is full of herself. Candace is just a bunch of BS. Why didn't she want to start looking for Summer 2 years ago? Yes, long story. Her and Dawn know how to play people, right? Hello, Lori. Good to see you, sweetheart. I just got here, but I think the ladies on that channel had him step back and had CW come out because people were getting so angry. You think that's why he's out of the picture right now? She seems to be, but although I'm not there to actually witness, right? That's okay, Alpaca Maid. You're fine, sweetheart. There is no reason to be belligerently rude, right? And it's not so much they were belligerently rude, it's just the way they were belittling her, talking to her like she was some little kid that they had to coddle simply because she's speaking up for her child. And I don't like bashing other creators. I don't. But that would, like I said, would count no matter if they were talking to me, you, or anybody else. That's wrong for a person to do. What a joke. She wants to start to find her. I find it weird that, okay, y'all have to, when Don was on his way back from Arkansas is when I got to talk to him on the phone. And he was all excited, telling me that Fox News was been in touch with him and they were going to be, doing a thing with Fox News, blah, 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 and another big station. Oh, the Sun newspaper, that's what it was. And keep in mind, since months ago, I've been sending sending a request to Tucker Carlson and to Fox News to do a human interest story on Summer. Well, evidently they finally got a hold of them. And I've seen the thing where Fox News says they've tried to get a hold of them, but Dawn and Candace refused to talk to them. I don't understand that because Dawn was so excited that Fox News was interested in their story and he was wanting and willing to do it. And then all of a sudden they're not willing to even talk to Fox News. Who changed their mind? That's got me bothered. Who talked Dawn out of it? You listen to Farm on the Critters? I don't listen to Farm Critters. Oh, okay. Hello, Miss Corey. How are you this morning, sweetheart? Hello, Mama Bear. You haven't made a live in a while. Yeah, that's true. Dana Kay, I do apologize, hon, if I've made you angry by what I've said, but I can't help it. I can't stand for anybody to be talked down to. Doesn't Candace realize Summer's disappearance disappeared? She went missing June 15th, 2021. I don't trust the son either. The son is who covered Kaylee Anthony's case. But Tim backed away, discovering Dawn, Candace, and Grandus don't need to look for Summer. They already know where she is, in my opinion. Hello, G. Everybody's good here, sweetheart. Glad to see you. It's okay. We can't all type right today for some reason. Heck, I can't even hardly talk today. Okay, Dana Kay. I understand there's people who like other creators and stuff, and by no means am I one to say, oh, you can't go watch that person or this person, or you shouldn't. I'm not going to say that. But I don't bash other creators. Y'all know how I feel about that. But I'm not looking at her as a creator. I'm looking at her as a person who is degrading or belittling another human being when there's absolutely no reason for it. Candace is a full-grown adult who has had, 7 children. She gets up and puts her pants on the same way as I do every damn day. There's no need for them to sit there and act like she's a little 6, 7, 8-year-old kid who needs to be cuddled simply because she's doing what a grown-ass woman is supposed to be doing. There's almost 3 hours missing from the timeline that we don't know. Not to say LE could know, and if only they could tell us that itself would put at ease the frustration put in to the bickering. I agree 100%, JW. Even if they didn't come out and tell us what they know, if they would just come out and tell us something, like, okay, yes, Jody Sue is a suspect, or no, Jody Sue is not a suspect. Yes, we're looking into Dawn and Candace, or no, we're not looking into them. We're looking into somebody else. That's not giving away what they know about the case, but that would be putting a stop to most of the bullcrap that's going on online. Cough, cough, media manager, maybe. Yeah. Mic drop. I couldn't listen to the whole thing. I've had to listen in small bits so I don't throw my phone. Well, Mama Bear, if you want to, it's called Just Candace. It's a video. And I mean, it makes a whole lot more sense when you cut all the other parts out and listen to just what she says. Like I said, Chasing Truth is in there a little bit, but there's nobody talking over her or interrupting her or whatever. And I took every bit of what Candace had to say on that panel and put it together in a video, and you can go watch it. Hi, which Robin? If you're talking about what we were talking about in the past, Robin Lane is who we're talking about. JW, I think the timeline, because if the other person possible involved would be who knows the real timeline. Well, you have to think though, guys. Yes, I agree there's a bunch of time missing. And yes, I agree there should have been something. There should be more transparency in the case, 100%. I don't think I would have jumped in my car and drove down the road before I called 911. But I would have at least went outside and looked around the outside of the house, checked any buildings, check the nearby woods, stuff like that before I called 911. But I don't think I would have checked under the bed and under the covers and immediately jumped in a vehicle and drove down the road if my child was missing before I called 911. You're welcome, honey. I know it got to me too. That's why I did that. According to Lawson, absolutely nothing has changed, right? It's bullcrap. I heard that a lot of YouTubers are being paid to distract, and heard a few are related to people around Beach Creek and Ben Hill residents still searching or researching that too. Will you let us know as soon as you find out something, sweetheart? That would be interesting to find out. I doubt we ever would, but that would be interesting to find out if people are being paid to distract crazy criminals, critters, and farm. Now, Bob, we can't talk down about nobody. Crazy something is my thinking, Bob. Yep. It's okay to be crazy. We all are, to a degree. We are. Me too, Mama Bear, too. But when Cece of the farm said Candace's other family was Rose, I said, when a lot of people who told her really was like Nana's Angels. In my opinion, Don is manipulating all the female channels. He goes on. I don't know why. Good gracious, he ain't nothing to look at. He might have a ding smooth tongue and butter might melt in his mouth, but come on, that only goes so far. Not getting paid. You're not getting paid stitching. Truth, I'll give you a freebie. Live in Michigan, so just cross me off the research list. Non, I told you one the other day, and we know what a distraction he's been. Right, I know. There are paid distractors and actors. It's pinning them down. That's the hard part. I agree. That's what I would like to do, though. Dang, just seen you was live. Well, hello, sweetheart. We're just in here hanging out, chit-chatting, talking about marrying people on YouTube, a little bit about Candace and Don. Could have been hours before Summer was recovered missing. Then the private search, then the official search. A lot could happen between, right? I agree, but still, yes, you go out and you search for your child that's missing, but you do not let it be hours. You don't run down the road in a vehicle. She was literally supposedly gone 2 minutes. Come on. She couldn't have got all the way down, up Ben Hill to the head of the holler and all the way down to the church. What was Candace's reasoning for doing that? Grandus was in the background acting like an 8-year-old. You're not one that I know of, but the others live in other states besides Tennessee. Grandus is angry a lot, yes. Discovered, not recovered, right. I got that after I tried reading it, hun. Lori, it was weird because Cece of a farm was one of the people who gave out misinformation on her family. Well, what gets me is I can't stand a two-face. I cannot, no matter who it is. And you got somebody, I have said from the get-go, this is what I think, this is what I believe, this is how I feel. I have suggested other alternatives, theories to the situation, but I have never wavered from my original thoughts and my original beliefs. And I cannot handle somebody that just will take and flip-flop like that. It drives me nuts. Do you have a backbone? Do you not have a mind of your own? If you're not brilliant or smart enough to think, this is how I feel, this is what I think, and stick to it, then I feel sorry for you. I know what I'm saying ain't making much sense, but it just burns me up. I can't stand people. Oh, well, they're innocent. Oh, no, they're guilty. Oh, no, they're innocent. Come on, pick a side and stick with it. And if you can't pick a side, at least come up with a plausible theory that would mean that they didn't harm their child, but they did get rid of her, that kind of thing. It would have taken Summer at least 30 seconds to get into the basement from the back door, so that only leaves 1 minute, 30 seconds. Oh, I was so disappointed to hear CW say she don't owe YouTube nothing. She only told TBI the truth and never will anyone else. Yeah, it makes me wonder what she told them and why hasn't TBI done anything. I take it nobody on the Hill liked the Wells. The Wells are not locals. They were outsiders. That's true. And it took me forever to get people. Before I started my channel, I raised Cain about that the most. Because everybody was like, people in Tennessee do this, and people in Tennessee live like that, and people in Tennessee treat their kids this way. No, people. We're talking about dang Texan and Florida. Those people are from Texas and Florida. They are not from Tennessee. Okay, and if you want to move up one step, they're from Michigan and Utah. Or Wisconsin and Utah, sorry. But they are originally from Florida. Bob, you could take it back. They're from Florida and Texas. I'm just on here running my mouth, guys. Y'all have to overlook me. Alpaca, thanks. You saved me some time. Or are you trying to distract me? Oh, I wouldn't take that, Alpaca maid. I wouldn't. Candace said she was in the house hanging out with the boys doing stuff in the house. Then she walked outside and seen her mom sitting there. They decided to plant flowers. She went and got Summer. That's not what the original story was. I apologize for coughing in y'all's ears. So why do entertainment and lie to everyone for the past nearly 2 years? I just about lost any compassion left. That's true. Hello, Diane. Diane or Diane? Funny how the Wells will go on everyone's YouTube channel that will have them, but not on nationwide TV when invited. Why? Well, they won't go on everybody's channel that'll have them. I have tried to get both of them to come on my channel, and they will not come on my channel. I have tried, guys, and Don even offered to come on my channel himself without me asking, and he still didn't come on my channel. But then again, like I told him, I'm not going to kiss your butt. I'm not going to lick your boots. I won't be a jerk to you. I won't let anybody bash you, but I'm not going to kiss your butt. I will be straight up with you, just like I'm talking to you guys right now is how I plan on talking to them. But no, neither one of them will come on my channel. What are my thoughts? My thoughts are, and this is just my opinion, allegedly, guys, don't want to get charged with cyberbullying. I believe that there was some diddling going on by Daddy, and CPS is coming up there. Now, whether it be when she went and got her school physical done or whatever, the nurse may have reported it or whatever, whoever reported it, not the diddling, but reported that the child looked frail, sickly, whatever the reason may have been, her teeth being rotted, whatever. They were told CPS was coming. We know that CPS was scheduled to show up on the 16th out of Dawn's mouth. I mean, we know this. We've got to get something done. If they find out that that baby had been diddled, Dawn would be going to prison for life. I don't think they harmed their child. I believe Dawn arranged to have her moved out of this area and placed somewhere else with somebody else. I personally don't think Candace knew about it in the beginning. I think she was having a real hard time with it. I do believe Dawn told her since then where the child may have been or what may have happened. Proving it is a different story. It don't matter. There's got to be, out of the thousands and millions of people on YouTube that has went over this case, somebody has had to have come up with what actually happened to this child. And unless L.E. does something, we're never going to find her. We're never going to find out what happened to her, where she's at, who did it. That's my opinion. Crazy as it may sound, that's my opinion. That also means that doesn't mean they're innocent all over, just not on if they hurt her, but they know more. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they're innocent by no means. I'm just, my mind won't let me go to a place where her parents could physically just out and out harm the child. And on top of that, there being no evidence. My belief is the only way there can be no evidence, there is no evidence, there can never be any evidence, is what he said. And the only possible way that could be is if the child was just fine, nothing wrong with her, put in a vehicle and drove away from that house. That's the only way there can be no evidence, is if nothing ever happened to her. Because, I mean, even if something happened to her and somebody disposed of that 2,000 miles away, there can still be evidence. It's just got to be found. If there is no evidence, does that not tell you that there's nothing happened to her and she's still alive somewhere? We just don't know where. And if you go back and watch some of my older videos, I mean, there's one I did on like her being placed in a communion, a camp where people who live off the grid, like basically a hippie style lifestyle. Those children don't go to public school. They are homeschooled. So therefore, and they do not interact with the public. There's only certain people that even go to the grocery stores and stuff. Therefore, that child would never be seen by anybody that was actually looking for her. There's all kinds of possibilities. And my mind goes there, guys. I'm sorry. Did any of you ever know Luca? She found interesting things. I don't understand how DW and CW can't outsmart her, how they can outsmart LE, FBI, TBI, all other professionals. I have faith Summer is alive. Well, that's what I'm saying. That she would have to be somewhere else. It's not like they would have to outsmart them if all they did was literally handed her off to somebody else and have her be drove somewhere away. The only thing they would have to do is just keep their mouth shut. And seeing how LE or TBI or FBI is putting no pressure on them, and as far as we know, they've only ever took them in for questioning one time, it's not that hard for them to keep their mouth shut because they're not being asked anything. The stories of the day, what H said, and then what D said, only way it works is boys went to work with, then brought back. D calls Candace about Creeper, then he goes back. But the thing about it is when he said he was going to go back to work because they were going swimming, he said, we are going back, or we're going to stay at work. Whatever it was, he said we. That means he still had somebody with him. After Jose died, she disappeared. Who? Luca? Yeah, is that a channel name? Are there Seventh-day Adventist church in remote areas? I'm sure there is. You tried to find her videos. Who, Luca? Oh, she was on Twitter. She did have a channel. She was on Twitter. They're not telling the truth about where the boys were that day. Too many inconsistencies. Well, I agree. And I also will say this again. I do not believe H was with her that day. I really do not. The boy could not remember anything. He couldn't remember the milk. He couldn't remember the orange soda. And he plainly states, he says, talking about Candace telling him where Summer was. He says, she says that she was asleep on the door. Why would Candace have to tell Hunter where Summer was asleep at if Hunter was in the back seat with Summer? I don't think he was even there with them. If any of it even happened that day. You think the mother knows and she's playing a game? I think Dawn knows. I think she may have left because she was tired of people telling her that her theories or info was too crazy to believe. Well, what was some of her theories? Because let me tell you something. I've had some doozies out there. Maybe he couldn't remember because he was inebriated with twisted tea. Yeah, okay, well, that might be the truth, hon. But tell me, when was it that Candace told him where Summer was sleeping? She wasn't supposed to have any contact with him, right? And yes, we know that she went up there that 2 days after TBI told her to stay away, and she went up there anyways, questioning him about what he told. But when did they have the conversation where she said, Hunter, remember, she was asleep on the door and you were in the middle? Where and when could that have conversation took place? And why? How truthful do you think this friend of Candace's is? The one that just started her channel. She's very truthful. I have spent quite a bit of time. I mean, I'm not like talking tons of time, but I went and had coffee with her for about 4 hours one day. We talked extensively. This woman actually cares about Candace as a friend. She is a very loving, trusting, and I do not believe for 1 minute, and I've not watched her videos, so I don't know what they say, but I do not believe for 1 minute that she would lie in Candace's, just to save Candace. I really don't. Didn't H make a Facebook post that Summer was put in old? No, it wasn't. It was in the Dipsy dumpster, supposedly. Or the septic, one of the two. Yes, channel, she had interesting pics on the youngest boy with dyed dark hair in someone else's home. Really? From my understanding, that wasn't H's first twisted tea, and I'm sure he wouldn't be messed up that much from one twisted tea, right? I think H lives with shame. I think she did something to him at the swimming hole. Think waterboarding called for now, even if not directly involved, it be justified for past deviant behavior. Possibly, yeah. I believe that Kathy is straight up. I don't understand why she started a channel, though. Well, because she was actually supposed to have been coming on my channel, and everything that she's saying on her channel, she was supposed to be saying on my channel. And then at first she started getting worried what people would say about me and what would happen. And if she came on and started taking up for Candace, and then I was still supposed to work with her and help her with her channel and go on her first live with her until I went off on Dawn that day after he did what he did on Cam's channel. And when I went off on him, I've not heard back from Kathy since then. Yes, Tig, she tied a lot of those boys together and found them in some of C's photos, yeah. I don't believe these parents one bit. They did something to Summer. We think they are guilty, and I think Summer is in heaven. Thank you for your update. You are so beautiful. Thank you. So what happened with the friendship? Which friendship? Hello, Laura. I knew H was telling lies, and even Andrew admitted to telling him, if you don't want to answer, just make up something. Yeah, he did. That's another thing. Did they ever pump the septic system out to clear it of possibility? No, they did not. Kathy and Candace, they are still friends. Candace spent the night on Summer's birthday. That Saturday night she spent at Kathy's house because Don was showing his butt. Sorry, Dippy was texting me. I was telling her I was live. Don used the bathroom in front of God and everybody. Cam was supposedly reading a map and says he didn't see it, and I don't know how he couldn't hear the toilet flushing, but supposedly didn't know anything about it. And after Don got off the panel, people were telling Cam he needed to cut out the nudity on his channel, and he's like, what nudity, what nudity? And so supposedly somebody else came in and said, oh, it wasn't nothing, it was just a finger. And Cam's like, oh, it wasn't it was a finger, it wasn't nudity. That's bullcrap. You can go watch the video. It's on Common Sense True Crime on her community tab page, and it's called Breaking News. Dawn uses the bathroom or something stupid like that, and she's got it posted on there, and you can see him stand up, pull his pants up the whole way, and he lays his phone down right beside where when he stands up you get a clear shot. And on top of that, him taking a leak on Dolly's channel. At least Dolly had the common sense to take him off panel till he finished. And then whenever it was, when that letter was being read about Summer back a few months into her being gone, and him taking a bathroom break while Benny was reading that letter for him. That's just, I can't, that's just gross. It's, ugh. Not to mention that he don't have any respect for himself by doing that. He don't have any respect for any of the people that's having to watch it, not expecting it to happen. But to do it when you're talking about your missing 6-year-old child. How much more disrespect can he show his child than that? He was literally, and excuse my language, literally shitting on his daughter's memory. Let me hear one damn person take up for him for that. Tell me how much he loves his daughter. How much he wants his daughter back. I want one damn Wells supporter to come in here and tell me that I'm sorry, I just pissed myself off by saying it. But have one friggin' person tell me that they still take up for Don Wells, knowing that while he was on live TV, YouTube, what the hell ever, and he literally shit on his daughter's memory. Tell me how much you believe that man loves his daughter and wants her back. Make up a damn excuse, please, and tell me what it is. Anybody in here got one? You're welcome to pop up here on panel. I'd love to hear it. Hello, Dippy. How are you? If Don does that on YouTube, what does he do in private? Exactly my point. Exactly. Don's a master manipulator. All about Don, no one else. OMW to Doc app signal going and coming. Gonna have to watch replay, but can catch comments. Okay. Maybe Don is purposely doing that, thinking it will get their channels demonetized. It doesn't matter. Discovering. Would you do that if your child was missing just to be spiteful to somebody else? That would mean that he cares more about trying to destroy somebody else and their channel and their reputation than he does about finding or keeping his daughter's memory alive. So, yeah, if you want to say that he was just trying to get their channel demonetized, that's fine. But think about what you are saying about him when you're saying that. You're saying that he is more evil than he loves his daughter. He loves Don Wells, huh? Yep. What did everybody think about Margie's phone call? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I didn't even watch the whole thing. You can't for that what? Oh, you can't make up excuses for him for that? Yeah, okay. But still believe he does love his kid. How? How can you say that? Would you not have more respect for your children than to literally take a shit on their memory? Exactly. You have more respect for your son discovering myself and other people than doing crap like that. Exactly. I'm not a support. I know that, Amy, honey. I wasn't yelling at you, discovering, or Dippy. I promise you I wasn't. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. I get a lot of hate. Not from me, Amy, and you know that. And like I said, I wasn't yelling at you, Dippy, or discovering. Most of my friends, literally, guys, most of my friends are Wells supporters. I did think about it. Tina is not a Wells supporter, but she sides on the air of caution. And the only person that I talk to that's not a Wells supporter is Don B. And hell, I don't talk to him that much anymore. I don't listen to any of his sisters. That stuff should stay in the family, what? Wisconsin mama? I don't think it should be blasted all over YouTube, no. But that I do believe They should have came out when Margie was born and told about it. Mary was saying that she was going to pay Dawn $10,000 to adopt Margie years ago. Yes, I remember her saying that. Okay, well, good, sweetheart, because we're friends. I don't think nothing bad of other people that are supporting them. And to certain extents, I do too. Sort of like the thing of, I don't want to see Candace belittled like certain people have done recently. But still, Don Wales and his unbelievable, uncouth, rude, just crude self, it just drives me nuts that people can actually sit there and say, Summer was his whole world. How the shit could that be his whole world when he don't care no more about her than to do something like that? I don't believe that Mary isn't an angel, and she lies as well. How do you know? You can't sit there and say she's lying and you know she's lying if you can't sit there and say that you know that Don and Candace are lying. He loves his kids so much, he lost every one of them because of his and Candace's selfish actions. Yes, a long time ago, not now. Right. Well, that's what I was saying is they should have come forward when Margie was born if they were worried that he was going to do something to a child. Yes, I agree with that 100%. You had to discuss paint colors. Well, what color did you go with? I'm not a Wells supporter. I support Summer and only Summer in this case, but I also don't believe all the rumors either and believe in innocent until proven guilty. I have said that. I did not mean to sling crap at anybody. Hey, I'm proud to have yins as my friends. So we don't honestly know why they lost the boys. Everything. Oh, if you today, just today, please, just today, can you not defend everything that's said about them? Everything out here that people think they know is rumors on speculation, and that's the truth. Nothing in this case, unless TBI or FBI says it's the truth. Well, you know what? You want to trust Don so much. I'll take Don's word for it as to why he said he lost his boys. He got pissed because somebody played a friggin' prank on him, and he went to Knoxville and he bought up a bunch of that stuff. And I'm assuming he did it. And he told me that was why his children were took. So if we want to choose that Don's telling the truth about anything, then we'll say he's telling the truth about that. There you go. In my opinion, Summer was Don's toy. To describe her as a young lady made my skin crawl. 100%. Just my opinion, which doesn't mean much, but I believe Summer's case is cold and it won't be solved. I don't believe it will be either, hon, because of the law enforcement will not do anything. I know, Nana. I was just saying, LOL, letting everybody know my stance. You already know my stance. Yes, I do. And like I said, I'm proud to have you and Dippy and Stitching and, Amy and Tina and all that is really weird because that is a lot of the people that I talk to, and everybody is a Wales supporter. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. I do know why they lost the boys. So is it close to what Dawn said, Amy? Yes, he did. Oh, I missed the first part of it. JW. He says you found some babysitters for your children, if you believe that, right? Margie came out and said it's not true, but Mary did lie and said Don did that to Margie. Once someone has been caught in a lie, it discredits them, and that goes for everyone in this case from the Wells too. Yes. Actions speak louder than words. That's what I'm talking about. That's what he said, where he went to Knoxville and bought $2,000 worth. So yeah, that's exactly why he said that the kids were took. Well, hang on a second, guys. Hello?
I'll hang out with you.
All right, let me turn the volume up.
Lord, perfect timing.
Yeah, you are. It's perfect timing. I'm just going over what my thoughts are. I got Donna can't, or actually Dawn. I just
Well, tell everybody who you got.
I don't think we have to tell them your damn voice is familiar enough. Guys, do y'all know who this is?
Well, heck far. Hey, is Dippy on here?
Yes, Dippy's on here.
What's up, girl?
Dippy, you want to come up?
Oh, she's not up.
No, she's not up.
Tell her to get out of the bed and get on panel.
Discovering knows exactly who it is.
Tell Dippy I said get off the couch and get on your panel.
If she's still in here.
Oh.
Dippy, I dropped the link. If you wants to come up, child. DW.
Is it nice outside or what?
I don't know. I've not been out there today.
Girl, you better be getting outside.
DW admitted he'd done things to Jeannie. Don said he had a relationship with Jeannie, his stepsister.
Oh. So what all I missed?
Not a lot. We've decided that we're going to start having YouTube marriages. I'm going to get ordained, and it's going to be a 90-day fiance sort of thing. So you have to talk to your person for 90 days on YouTube, and then I'll marry you before you ever meet.
No. Gotta include one more thing in there.
What?
They have to have at least one knockdown drag out and survive it.
And Bob G says, I wished I didn't know who he was.
Just get on your side of the bed, Bob G.
Is Dippy not still in here? I think she may have got mad at me and left.
You want me to go?
No, that happened before you popped in.
What are you doing making people mad?
That's just who I am today, for some reason.
You know, me and Bob G don't get along, but you know what's so good about that?
What?
When you get to kiss and make up.
Oh, well, there you go. Bob G, you said you was looking for your wife. Don B's applying for the position.
Oh, Lord.
You'll be the woman, won't you, Don?
Yeah.
Nana, don't forget the scavenger hunt. Honey, I have went over that scavenger hunt this whole time I've been online. I mean, I've not gave the rules and stuff, but I've talked about it and promoted it. I'm just waiting to hear back about the motel room before I put the actual announcement out.
I'm about to die.
Bob G said, nope, you're not his type.
Damn.
The Wells have been lying since day one when Summer went missing, except we know there are bits of truth in those lies. There's always a little bit of truth in every lie told. I 100%.
You want to know what I picked up on the other day?
What?
And nothing bad about them. I mean, if people support the Wells, that's their decision.
Right.
I picked up on something.
What?
And for someone that supports Don and Candace to make a comment like if they end up doing something to themselves, like if they off themselves,
Yeah.
well then how are we ever going to find Summer? So what are you really supporting Don and Candace by saying that?
How is that supporting
what are they
them?
exactly saying there?
G says I can't support the Wells.
I mean, are they saying by making that statement? Are they saying that?
Discovering says I'm running them off by calling them Wells supporters. Well, Dippy, I'm assuming Dippy got mad at me, and I didn't call everybody Wells supporters, just you and Amy and Dippy. But Amy didn't go nowhere.
There ain't nothing wrong with calling them. I mean, what are we going to call them? I mean, if I supported Don and Candace, I'd be proud to be a Wells supporter.
Right.
I mean, I don't be ashamed of it.
Well, Discovering's not, and she says she's not a Wells supporter. She's a Summer supporter, and that's all that counts.
That's what I am.
But I believe Dippy might have got mad at me. But that was before you came home.
She'll sleep on it.
Well, I can't understand some. I asked her please not to, because somebody said something and she started defending them about, well, we don't know why the boys were took. Well, yeah, I do. Don told me why his children were took. Now, you either want to say he's lying or he's telling the truth. And
well, I mean, when it comes to CPS, there's only a few reasons as to why they take them.
Well, he said it was over the drugs that he went to Knoxville and bought.
I mean, in the cases that I know about, I mean, it's either, obviously drug abuse, or it's physical abuse, could be neglect. Those are only the three things I really know about that CPS takes kids.
G says that I support all the Wells kids.
So what all what all can CPS take kids for? I'm sure they don't do it for shits and giggles.
Well, that's exactly. It's just abuse and neglect. That's the only things they can take them for, but there's different categories in each one of those.
Well, I'm sure if your house ain't up to par, like, people are speculating, but normally they give you 30 days or 90 days to correct that, don't they?
Yeah, after they take the kids.
I think taking the kids is like the last thing they want to do because they don't have room for them.
Vanna says, when Ellie says that they have been cleared, then I will believe them. I am here for Summer. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nana, for clarifying that. Trying to give me a bad name by calling me a Wells supporter. People think I'm crazier than I actually am. Discovering.
Well, like I said, I mean, what? All right, let's fix this. What can we call the people that think Don and Candace are innocent? On the fence? No, they're not on the fence.
Naive.
No, that's insulting.
That's not insulting. That's why I chose the word naive.
No, it's kind of like insulting the way that
their intelligence.
Thinking.
Yes, I know.
It's like the way that they're thinking. It's almost.
Well, I guess a better way to call it would be justice supporters. Because that's what everybody hollers. I'm not a Wells supporter. I support justice.
I mean, but here's the thing. If I thought Don and Candace was innocent, I'd have no problem being called a Wells supporter. Because I'd be like, yeah, I support their innocence. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It was interesting to hear that Don's stepmother was livid that DW was going to move his family there. Then Mary said he'll know. Hell no, they wasn't. Then she said DW's dad and him talked about giving father's home to them. Oh, wow. I didn't hear that part. Hey, did you hear that Robin's sister's supposedly missing?
Robin. There's a couple Robins now involved in this.
Was it Robin Lane discovering? I never said they were innocent. I just can't prove they're guilty because their actions are stupid. Okay. You got a point.
Well, that'd be kind of like being on the fence, I guess.
In one of Don W.'s interviews, he said that he had CPS take the boys because it was too dangerous for them to be on Ben Hill. Yeah, it was because of his own actions.
I don't think they take kids just because, you know what I mean? I don't think they would take the kids over that.
If maybe not take it if he bought Coke, but if he bought the M thing, yes, they take them straight up. Right then. I mean,
there's plenty of kids that live in the projects that have drive-by shootings every other night. You don't see CPS taking those kids.
The father wasn't going to do that. Now, when DW was there and they thought he would move his family back, would that make them do something nefarious? I don't think Mary would, but we don't know. That's a thought that we haven't thought of.
Did you hear me, Nana?
What?
I said there's kids that live in the projects that have drive-by shootings every night or every other night, and CPS don't take those kids.
That's because it's not their fault.
Well, it's a dangerous environment, like Don was saying his place was.
Well, that's true, yeah. Blue Eyes says, I only support the boys in summer, no one else. It takes a lot for them to take kids.
Oh, yeah. I've got something to talk about.
What?
Okay, Margie.
What about Margie?
Margie's apparently the hot topic right now, right?
Yeah.
And she was giving Dawn a pretty good character reference.
Right. Well, I don't know about Candace, but Dawn, yeah.
Yeah. So you've got one person giving Dawn a good character reference versus a bunch of people stating that, or, making accusations that they were hitting the kids. So, who do you believe? Do you believe three people that
were around the kids?
People that witnessed it, or do you believe one person from 20 years ago?
Before the kids were ever born.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know when the last time she saw the kids or was around Dawn and Candace and the kids. Somebody told me that she said that it was 3 or 4 years since she's seen them last.
Yeah.
So at Summer being 5 years old, that was when Summer was, what, a year old, somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Dippy is unavailable to talk right now. Is she mad at me, Amy? Justice tempered with mercy. Margie never met Summer. See, there you go.
Yeah, Margie never, but and there's nothing wrong with Margie giving Dawn a good character reference, but that was 20 years ago.
Right. Here we go. Discovering the Truth says, I couldn't pay DCS to take my kid. They're terrified of him because they literally ran from him.
Who was that?
That's Discovering's son. He's 15. He's stands almost 6 foot tall, like 190, 200 pounds.
Yeah.
He's 15, but he's autistic, and he don't like people to touch him, and he don't like loud noises. And when DCS tries to come in the house because some stupid ass reports her for some stupid reason, and DCS tried to come in and check her house, her son run him off.
Oh, that's funny.
And they don't go back to her house no more. Okay.
Hey, let me call you back, okay? I've got someone calling me, but I'll call you right back.
You better.
I will, I promise. Give me about 5 minutes.
Dippy's coming up on panel.
Well, tell her, hold on, I'll be back.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye. She said 10 years. She's not seen him for 10 years. See? Do you have WhatsApp? I would like to talk to you or be able to voice message you. As I'm in the UK, it's the best way to have contact with you. We can email each other our numbers. Yeah, that's fine, hun. You've got my email address, don't you? Just email me. Do you have do you have Facebook or Messenger? Because we could do it that way too. Why haven't any of Dawn's family stepped up to take the boys? So that tells a lot. No, actually, it don't. And I would like to clear that up, guys. It doesn't matter how many people step up, even in the beginning when they were first taken. Nobody's going to step up or can step up and take those kids until they find out what's going on with Summer's case. And that's the only part that John Pruitt has actually said anything about. And he said that one case is bleeding in over on the other. And if that means that if Summer's case is bleeding in over on the boys' custody case, them boys ain't going nowhere until they find out what happened to Summer. £250, and they come back 2 times after that visit, but they wouldn't get out of the car, right? It is strange that nobody has helped except Candy Hare or Grandus in the past 2 years. And I don't know that she's helped. I mean, to me, she always seems to just leave, which in some sick way I can actually understand, but in another way I couldn't. If it was my child, my grandchild, nobody could have beat me off the damn front steps of the sheriff's department, let alone drive to another state, leave my child, my grandkids, my lost grandchild. No, I couldn't do that. My husband made an interesting statement. He said, what if Summer was the daughter of Dawn and another woman, her birth mother? Maybe she handed Summer over to Dawn W. and then her mother took her back. That has been gone over, and there is theories out there about that. Yes. Some people believe that it is the girl named April Moon out of Wisconsin. But the thing about April Moon is she is a childhood friend of Candace's and her sisters. But it's an awful big coincidence, her name being April Moon or Mooney. I think her last name is Mooney. And Summer's name being Summer Moon. And you all know who I'm talking about. It's the woman with the tattoo on her lower back, and she's holding Summer in front of that cornfield in Wisconsin. She does look an awfully lot like that woman. But that would also explain why the story that Jody Sue keeps telling, that nobody knew Candace was pregnant until they saw her come home with a car seat. That would explain it if Dawn had gotten somebody else pregnant and gave up the baby to him. You don't think Summer looks like Candace? Well, I've got a morphing app on my phone, and I'm going to try it and see. It's Moody. Is it Moody? Well, I knew it was something like that. What are the pictures of Robin about on your community post? I haven't seen anything about these. Okay, those are pictures that I acquired. And my question was, those pictures were taken by Robin's phone, guys. Robin took those pictures. How did they get on YouTube? I mean, she's such good friends, and she supports them, and she's doing everything, including spending her own money, to help them out. How did pictures get off of her phone and get on YouTube? It's just, I don't know. I would like to know, did she give them to somebody? I mean, you wouldn't think that she would, but evidently it happened. No, I did not know that his mom was a twin. If that was the case, why pretend she was abducted? Okay, plain and simple fact, guys, and I'm going to explain this one more time. If that child was being diddled and CPS has already opened up a case in the state of Tennessee, as soon as that case is opened, technically, legally, that child is partially already in state's custody. That means as soon as that case is opened until they close it, the parent cannot send the child away, cannot take the child away. They can't remove the child, period, in any kind of way. Because if they do, then they're going to be charged with custodial interference because technically DCF holds custody over that child until the whole case is cleared up. So if they sent the child away, gave it away, allowed an aunt to take it, whatever, DCS, CPS, whatever you want to call it, is going to say, oh, heck no, this ain't working, and there's got to be a reason y'all sent that kid away after knowing that we were coming. Whereas if they say the child got abducted, then it's not their fault that the child is not there for CPS to examine or to interview. Therefore, they can't get in trouble for the child not being there. They wouldn't be charged with custodial interference, whatever. Yes, I have your email, sweetheart. I don't do Facebook or Messenger. Sorry. Do you have WhatsApp, darling? No, but I will go ahead and get it, hon. I will get it so that you can talk to me. Robin probably sent them to Tim Mullins. You think they handed her off? I believe so. I really do. Either Candace handed her off because she found out something was going on, or Dawn handed her off to keep CPS from finding out something was going on. But the plain and simple fact is, in my opinion, allegedly, it's not fact. This is all in my head, guys. That baby was being diddled. Plain and simple. I don't understand why Robin puts her daughter in danger on the hill. In my opinion, Candace and Dawn shared pictures with YouTube. If they wanted to rehome her, they could have done it without claiming abduction. No, not without getting in trouble. Because if CPS was already involved, the only way they could have given her up would have been to give her to DCS. That's the only way to keep from getting in trouble. And they would have gotten in trouble if they'd have found out that she had been diddled. So the only way to keep that from coming out would be to claim abduction. You believed it. You just repeated his comment. Okay. But honey, if that's true, then why is there no sign of her nowhere? No evidence of nothing. That's where you would have to step in and say, okay, how could Dawn and Candace outsmart law enforcement, TBI, FBI, all this time? And I don't believe that they're dumb by any means or, slow. I mean, maybe not the brightest bulb in the box, but they're not dumb. What about Robin's trip to Hawaii just after? Oh, I've got a question for you, because there's 100 and something people in here. I do remember, and okay. When Summer went missing, it was either she already knew it or she found out shortly after Summer went missing. Robin found out that she was pregnant. If I remember correctly, she gave birth around January, February, somewhere in there of 2022. Where's that baby? With all these pictures of her and her daughter running around, where's that baby? Now, if I'm wrong, I will apologize. But I promise you, I believe I remember her saying that she was pregnant. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was on her Facebook page when she gave birth. So where's the baby? Anybody know? Does anybody remember anything about what I'm talking about? Has anyone ever seen a photo of CW pregnant with Summer or a photo of Summer under the age of 2? Yes, under the age of 2, yes. Pregnant with her, no. It was on cams that Debbie, the oldest stepsister of DW, her hubby, all 8 of the kids, their son is one who did it to Margie. Oh, wow. Debbie's his oldest stepsister? Oh, you mean like Jeannie and them's sister? Yeah. Her husband. So that's the one that did marry too, right? Wow. See, I honestly felt that it was more likely an accident, but after time has gone on, I've been more thinking she's been handed off. Exactly. Don showed pictures of Summer as a baby. Yeah, I've got some of them. There's some in Candace's old Facebook account too. She had a C-section and got her tubes tied. Yeah, I heard that too. We're still talking about Candace. Oh, you're talking about that Debbie woman. That's Dawn's oldest stepsister. Supposedly, she went on cams and said that it was her husband, or somebody went on cams and said it was her husband who had diddled all 8 of their kids and Margie. Bob G, don't be mean. Yeah, there's baby pictures of Summer. Bob, it's more than that likely a beer belly or a rot gut whiskey. You thought what was a rumor? About Robin being pregnant? There's several pictures of Summer as an infant. Her laying on the blanket out in the yard and with the boys sitting around her at the park and all kinds of pictures. Yeah. There's ones of her when she's teeny tiny, and then a bunch of them 6 months and up. Oh, that's probably why I never heard of it. Karen's twin brother Kenneth, died at 2 weeks old. Okay. Oh, Mama Bear, that's so sweet. Thank you. Nani, you're so sweet. I just want to talk to you because you're lovely. Oh, well, thank you, sweetheart. I don't think I've been too lovely in chat today. I've been yelling and screaming and mad as a hornet. But I appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much. Yeah, supposedly she took that trip with the preacher of the church. I guess they had some kind of church business to do. That should easily prove that sure they have a DNA sample of Summer, just need to get one from anyone on Candace's side of the family. I'm assuming that's a different conversation than what I'm having, because I don't think I said nothing about Victoria's Secret models. Mary said on Josh's last night that she was going to buy Margie. Yeah, she offered to pay Dawn because how Dawn was acting, and evidently Pam and Dawn weren't the best of parents when the kids were born, and so she offered to take Margie, and she offered to pay him for her. Yeah, it was Dawn holding Summer a lot. But I do want to throw out there, everybody keeps saying, oh, Candace didn't want Summer. Candace didn't want Summer. We do not know that for sure. We have not heard Dawn, Candace, nor Grandus, anyone say that. That came off of YouTube. Just like the thing of, well, Grandus was supposed to have been adopting Summer when she was born. We never heard anybody say that. That came from YouTube, just rumors being started. And he went to Mexico with Robin. Nana, in March, I heard that a lot of people are going to go search for Summer. Really? Adopt, not buy. Correct. Wisconsin Mama says, I wish I could go help look too. I just live too far away. If Summer was Dawn's love child, explain why Candace is so jealous of Summer. However, I feel Candace is Summer's mother. No, about Candace looking pregnant. I was just saying I don't look like a... Oh, okay. Right. Well, I don't think any of us look like Victoria's Secret models anymore. Come on, we're all old. Well, most of us. I won't say all of us, because I'm sure there's a few in here that's still in their 30s and 40s. Allison said what? Hang on a second. Let me back up here. There's baby pics of Summer. She had a C-section. Oh, okay. Candace said on Daisy's that Summer was with Dawn most because she said her and the boys went and done stuff. Well, how's that possible? Dawn was at work all the time, remember? That's why he never got to go do anything with the boys and Candace, or with the kids and Candace, because he was always at work. So I don't see how that could, I mean, I'm not saying, you're saying it's, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying, but I don't understand how that's possible.
All right, guys, I'm back.
Lord help us all.
If you smell Dippy is cooking.
Dippy ain't come on panel yet, so.
Oh. Was she waiting on me?
I don't know. She ain't talked to me. Hang on a second.
Funny.
What's funny?
Caught right here next to me while I'm talking on my phone.
Yeah.
I got it not hands on it. Talking. He looks at me and smiles. I'm like, yeah, go on, buddy.
Okay. Hello, Stay Tiger. I was just asking because remember when she wanted a fake Prego belly on wish list? Seems Summer got on before Kim had to provide any birth or Social Security cards, and the photos I seen wasn't under the age of 2.
Oh, no. I could give everybody some insights, some new insights.
What?
And I honestly, this is the God honest truth. I believe nobody. Well, yeah, God's honest truth. I believe nobody on Beach Creek in Beach Creek or Ben Hill Road knew what was going to happen June 15th, which tells me nobody else was involved.
What makes you say that?
I just think nobody knew in a million years what was going to be going down June 15th. I think it took everybody by surprise, and they're like, holy crap. Well, I mean, look at Hunter and Allie. I mean, well, Allie, I mean, they're even acting like, you know, what the hell?
Wisconsin Mom says, why did Candace say that she could not come back to Wisconsin ever again after what happened? I don't know. I didn't hear that part.
I guess that's between her and the state, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, her older kids, yeah. I will say I was always a daddy's girl. I would not leave him alone. I'd even go with him to the garage to help him work on the cars just so I could spend time with him. Girls are all about their dad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Sherpy, I don't think Jody Sue and them, I don't think nobody up in there had any idea what the magnitude of June 15th was going to hold that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. G is asking a good question. Says, is Pro-Garden friends with Allie, H's mom? If so, how long has Don really known PG?
You'd have to ask Don. I mean, the only people that would know that would be PG and Don.
Right.
Maybe Candace.
I don't know. Don B. Okay, Dana K's talking to you. Don B.
Give it to me, girl.
You mean that they didn't know about Summer's disappearance being planned? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
And if you think about it, you wouldn't want a bunch. If you were going to do something this serious, the less people, the better. You know what I mean?
Right.
The less people who know, the better.
And Earl Taylor was found face down in the ditch the day after Summer went missing.
I mean, I ain't going to go up and down Beach Creek and Ben Hill saying, hey, guys, June 15th, I'm getting rid of my daughter.
Right, we never did figure out what that was about, did we, Deborah? Summer loved it outside. That was Summer's downfall. That's what DW said. We do know Summer's missing, but who do we believe?
And I'm going to be releasing some more information later. I'm just going to get with my advisors before releasing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you want to check with your advisors and find out when the hell something's going to happen.
I did.
Yeah, same old bullshit, nothing.
It'll happen when it happens. Seriously, I mean, and I'll be honest with you. I don't know why. I do not know why, but I think until everything is situated with what's going on with the boys, for some reason, I think that's tying up everything.
For some reason, why? If you honestly think that, then give us the reason why you think it.
Because John Pruitt said it's bleeding over into the investigation of Summers case.
So you believe never mind. I'm not going to say that. I get bashed for saying it.
Who's working on it?
Well, I agree, but
who's working on it? It ain't the Cookie Monster. It ain't Big Bird.
But they're not doing anything about it either.
You don't know. Are you there every day checking in with John Pruitt to make sure he's doing?
Are you?
No. But I'm not saying he ain't doing what he ain't supposed to be doing. You're sitting here saying he's not doing it. You're making accusations that he's not doing this and doing that when you don't know. I
didn't make no accusations. I said LE.
Well, he's LE. And I don't know if he's in charge of it or Cliff Evans. Some people are saying Cliff Evans is his boss. I didn't know. I thought they both just reported to Lonnie Rawson. I didn't know they had bosses other than Ronnie.
No, back when that Johnny dude was doing his channel, they say Cliff Evans was, or no, it was when Molly and them went up there. They say Cliff Evans was John Pruitt's boss, but then when Johnny did his thing, that's when John Pruitt says he's the boss.
Oh, I didn't know detectives actually had a boss other than the captain of the sheriff.
Okay, I think that's right.
Anybody in there with law enforcement, if you're a detective or were a detective, did you ever have a boss that was either, I guess, another detective?
Hello, Lick Lick Pop. Is there anybody that's ex-law enforcement? Do y'all know if detectives have bosses?
That are detectives.
That are detectives too. Okay, well, do you know that Marlena is John Pruitt's kin? Technically, they're not.
I've not seen any proof of it.
I spoke with somebody. I forget who it was. John Pruitt is not kin to Marlena. John Pruitt is kin to Marlena's daughter. So Marlena always just claims that she's kin to him. But technically, by blood, she's not.
We've got to be careful with the whole kin thing up there because, I mean, everybody's kin to. I mean, it's just like in Sevier County. Everybody, in some way, form, fashion, or whatever, somehow they're related to Dolly Parton.
No, not really.
Hey, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know how it goes up here. If they've got a cousin's cousin, brother or sister of that cousin, they're gonna be like that's kin to Dolly Parton. My 300 is gonna be like, I'm kin to Dolly Parton.
Well, there's a lot of people that went to school with her and stuff like that. There's more than one detective in Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, though Pruitt was put in charge. Do you think the two cooperate? I don't understand that. Sorry, Stay Tiger, you hit the O one too many times. It's a small town, yes. What comment got removed? Does anybody know why my ranch's comment got removed? All of Hawkins County is inbred. I'm not from this area, Amy. Amy Lou who says. They are if you start naming off cousins in the Summer Wells case. Come on.
I mean, hell, I had a girlfriend back in '92 that lived in Hawkins County, and I'd have been afraid to date her if I lived in Hawkins County too, because I'd have been afraid to find out down the road we was related, or I'd have been afraid to date her, you know.
That's like it is here in Cott County. My kids would never date girls in school. My boys wouldn't date girls in school. Afraid they'd be dating their cousins.
So I've been dating you for 2 years, and now I find out.
Yeah, guys, everybody go hit a thumbs up, please.
Yeah, give this old girl a like.
Don't call me no old girl. You old fumbling fool.
Hey, I've got to take some stuff into the store here, so.
All right. Well, it don't look like Dippy really wants to talk to you.
I'll holler at you later, though, okay?
All right. I'll talk to you later.
See you guys. And like I said, give this old girl a like.
All right, Don B.
All right, I'll see you.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, well, guys. Well, I don't guess Dippy wants to talk to him. Or she's just really pissed at me. Chase says, Wisconsin mama, there should be a police report. It's what Candace told Daisy about that is true. Oh, she's having medical tests done? Oh, okay. Well, I hope she's okay. Is she okay, Amy? Anyways, guys, all right, it's been 2.5 hours, so I'm actually going to jump off here. I've still got a video to put out for today, and I've still got to put out the rules and regulations and stuff about the scavenger hunt, but I am really, really excited about the scavenger hunt, guys, and I want you guys to be too. Didn't you just finish a cigarette? Yes, I did. I'm a smoker. Especially when I'm on computer. Wisconsin mama, it was Frank Lott's ex-wife. She said he did it and had proof. DW and CW had to leave to catch plane, and Tim called the LEO to arrest her for trespassing. Huh. Yes, scavenger hunt. Was you in here? Did you hear about it? You'll have to hear about it when I put the video out, but I'm going to be doing a scavenger hunt. What? Speaking about appointments, what appointments do we have? Well, I'm glad you're here too, Mama Bear. Thank you, Wondering Hearts. Thank you. What do you mean, what the heck? Oh, guys, I want to know who took my wrench away, the comment away. My wrench, if you'll put don't care, put your comment back in. Because I'd like to know what it is myself. Thank you, Amy, for being here, hon. Thank all of you for being here. Versi, you're just popping in. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Wasn't you? You were making your son's lunch? We're fixing to head out, Versi. I'm sorry. Dana Kay says she's innocent. You've tried. You might actually be putting in a word that I've got blocked. I mean, I can't imagine what it would be, but is there a way that you could reword it, maybe? And see if maybe that helps. Because I don't want anybody to feel like their comments are being knocked off or not listened to or anything. I swear. Everybody that comes in here is one's just as important as the other. Yes, chatters, you have been awesome today. Thank you very much. The birth certificate. Summer's birth certificate. I don't know whatever happened to that. I know I can guarantee I know that you said something about a certain channel, and that channel is, you can't say anything about that channel on my channel. It's blocked. But what now?
All right, I'm back.
Well, I'm still on here.
That's fine.
Anyways, the birth certificate, I remember there was a discussion about her birth certificate and how it needed to get changed, and the last name on it needed to be changed. I don't know whatever happened to that. It sort of like disappeared into thin air. Nobody ever talked about it anymore. Did somebody get another birth certificate? I don't know, sweetie. I haven't seen any birth certificates either. All I know is about birth certificates is Marlena was supposedly, allegedly taking a bunch of them.
Whoa, do what?
Yeah, Marlena was stealing birth certificates of 5- and 6-year-old kids.
That's like identity theft.
Yeah, well, she's living in the woods in a tent. What do you expect?
She's living in the woods. Why the hell does she need birth certificates?
Well, that's been one of my theories. Do you ever think maybe she's got Summer?
No. Lord, no.
Why?
I mean,
She don't have her own child she's got to take care of. That child was handed over to the sister.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Marlena's got Summer.
Oh, for Summer.
There is a possibility that someone does have her.
Right, for Summer under another name. Exactly, that's what I was talking about. Like if we didn't know where Marlena was, we could say Marlena took off with Summer and used her daughter's own birth certificate for Summer to enroll her in school or whatever.
I don't see Marlena being able to take care of a kid too good. You know what I mean? With her issues. I think now she could have probably, it could be somebody that Marlena knows that could be taking care of Summer.
Supposedly Summer has the last name Bly, yeah.
Well,
maybe they gave her a new identity. Right. Those birth certificates are created every day. Trust me. Try going to Denver. You can buy them off the street. People do it every day. It don't take nothing but a few bucks to get it.
And to be honest with you, Nana, I'm on the other end of Sevier County here. I could find the nearest cop right now, make him roll down his window and be like, "Hey, you ever heard of Summer Wells?" He'd be like, "Nope."
I know.
Okay, see you, bye.
I know it's true.
I want to do that in like Greenville, which is right next to Rogersville.
I want to do it in Hawkins County.
Oh my God, that would be bad. If you was to do that to Hawkins County and they said no.
How much you want to bet one of them would?
I don't know.
They would say who?
Well, I'd say just because of YouTube, they would probably be like, yeah, I know that name all too well.
My wrench says I've been down this rabbit hole for the last couple of weeks.
I've been down so many rabbit holes, me and Bugs Bunny are almost like blood brothers.
Okay, Corey says Dana Kay, but Candace's husband, her legal husband, is the name they should be her last name. In my state, you should have to use your legal husband's last name if they aren't the father. But Dawn and Candace were not married when Summer was born.
I wonder what name they registered her at school with.
They have to do it by the birth certificate. But if they weren't married when she was born in the state of Tennessee, you're supposed to give the child the mother's last name.
So what school was she going to be going to?
I don't know.
I wonder what last name they registered with. Was it Bly or Wells, I wonder?
It would have to be Bly.
No, she was going in kindergarten and not Head Start, right?
She was going in kindergarten, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was 5 years old.
Okay, yeah, she had already been done with Head Start.
She didn't go to Head Start.
I'm just saying a lot of people do that, though, to give them an edge.
Right.
Or, they got issues or something like that.
She did. Okay, seeing how Kathy already said it, what she said was that she took her down there, got her registered and everything, left her in Knoxville, got back home. By the next morning, Candace was calling and was saying, "You've got to come and pick me up." And it was because, whether y'all believe it or not, I do know this is true. When somebody goes into rehab, they do fill them full with drugs to get them past the DTs, to detox them.
Oh yeah, you just can't.
And Candace says that she cannot stand taking drugs. She can't stand feeling that way, and that's all they wanted. They wouldn't treat her unless she took the medicine they gave her.
Yeah, it's a
And
liability issue.
so she left because
Yeah,
she
I
did
mean,
not want to
if-
take the
if-
pills.
I mean, if you quit cold, I mean, not everybody can quit cold turkey, but there's a high risk that if you do, you're going to have severe adverse reactions. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when you're a business trying to help people out, and you try to help them out the wrong way, yeah, they could sue you.
The husband that passed. Oh, yes. Corey, yes, that's right. I've been sitting here bitching about that and preaching on it. We don't know what his name was.
Who?
Candace's last husband. That's what name the baby's birth certificate would be in. Richard's last name. We don't know what Richard's name is. His last name.
I thought Summer was the product of Dawn and Candace.
She is, but in the state of Tennessee, if the parents aren't married or if the father isn't there to sign the papers, blah blah blah, the child has to be given the mother's last name.
Oh, okay.
And if she was still going by her previously married name, which is Richard's last name, that's what name Summer would have.
Oh, okay.
And that would explain why Dawn was raising Cain in jail, saying that she needed to get the birth certificate changed.
Yeah. I see you, says the blind man.
And that's probably why nobody can come up with any kind of a birth certificate or proof of a birth certificate for that baby.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Anyways, like I was saying a minute ago, thank you, my wrench, for bringing that up. That gives us all something new to work on. Okay, wait a minute. She's got one more thing. It says, nowadays, if the parents are not married, the daddy has to take a DNA test before being put on the birth certificate. My son had to take a test. Exactly.
Oh, Lord.
No, Andrew, she was never married to Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah, she was her Candace and Andrew Jr., her first two kids, their father, Simon's. She was never married to him.
Oh, okay. They just
She married Richard out in Arkansas or Arizona, wherever it was she was at.
Timbuktu.
And I believe this is not proven. This has only come straight from my head, guys. I believe that the baby girl that she gave up for adoption in the hospital was perhaps belonged to him. And maybe the reason she gave the baby up was because, and I don't know if it was before or after, but Richard passed away. So,
okay, I got a question for everybody.
What?
And I hate to ask this. I mean, can everybody hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
I hate to ask this, but I'm getting asked this question a lot, and I don't know how to answer it. But I've got a lot of people emailing me, asking me if I think that Dawn and Candace are going to sign their rights away just to make it look good on them. And I don't know.
I don't think so. Jay Stewart, go ahead.
Some people say that they know people that used to work for CPS, and they've been telling them about the Summer Wells case, and these ex-CPS workers have said that sometimes CPS will give to sign their rights away to make it look better on them. Instead, and that way there's also no prosecution either.
Right. I don't know. I don't think so.
I never thought about that.
To answer this question, Jay Stewart, yeah, Candace wasn't married to Don when the boys were born either, but he could have actually been at the hospital to sign the papers. As long as the father is there when the child is born and he is willing to take credit for that said child, then he can sign the birth certificate and all is good. Maybe he wasn't there when Summer was born. I mean, I don't know. Just thoughts. Anyways, guys, I love yous. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave and go off the deep end. And Dippy, if you're watching, I apologize. Didn't mean to make you mad, girl. Guys, I'll see y'all on the next video. Please, please, please be watching for the scavenger hunt instruction video, okay? I want to get this thing going today. Granted, the first hint won't come out until tomorrow or the next day, but... And remember, the weeks run from Wednesday till the following Tuesday, and then you have to have the picture mailed in by the next Monday. I'll see you guys later. Thank you again, Versi. Bye, guys.